today we have a special guest who will be speaking to us. And she's a good friend of mine. I've been knowing her for a very long time. She's going to talk to you about being in the music world as a professional. She is a singer, she's a songwriter, she is a background vocalist. I think today specifically she's going to talk about that because that is a great way to segue yourself into the main role as the artist, especially with higher level artists. I've known her, I guess, since she was like 19. And I have watched her just bloom and grow, and she's going to give you great information. You may have seen her as the lead singer for Galactic. She is the lead singer for Galactic. She is also a part of the Tank the Bangas group. Everybody loves her. She sings background also for Nora Jones and Questlove and Grammys and all that other good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage for your masterclass, Miss Anjelika Jelly Joseph.
You get the throne.
All right. What's up, y'all? Y'all don't be all quiet because I'm not quiet, so y'all don't be all, because you're gonna make me nervous, so don't make me nervous. But yeah, it's good to be here, y'all. Like you said, my name is Jelly, and that's what everybody calls me, and I am a professional vocalist for all kinds of people and all that kind of good stuff. So it's a pleasure to be here amongst up-and-coming and bright-faced artists and musicians. So hats off to you guys, too. So anyway, I'll get started. Of course, started in the church, just like most singers, of course, and, started in church. And my mother was very adamant about me singing in church choirs. So that's kind of where I got my start with, loving harmonies and just, being a part of a big group of singers. So that's kind of where my background comes from, background vocals. So I started there, and it was great. It was great, and I was like, there's gotta be something a little bit more than this. You know what I mean? Like what else is behind, outside the church walls? So I started to search, of course. And I met so many great artists, like your professor back there. He was probably one of the first people to give me a shot singing background. Because I went to one of his shows, and I was so intrigued, y'all, by what they were doing, and it was just popping, and I was like, dang, this is crazy. It's not even church, and it's popping like this. But I was so intrigued, and I was like, I want to meet him, and I just want to be able to work with him, and got a chance to do that, and he was one of the first artists to give me a shot. So I love you, Berkeley. After that, I kind of that's where the wheels started turning for me, y'all. Once I did that, I was working with another artist from here named Courtney Hart. And after that, it just got bigger and bigger. Snoop Dogg and Nora Jones and Faith Evans, all kinds of people. So it just, it kind of grew for me, just from those moments being right here in New Orleans, being fed by other artists that were like myself. So that's kind of where it started for me. So Tank the Bangas, I don't know if you guys know who Tank the Bangas is. Everybody know Tank the Bangas? Yeah. Alright, that's my girl, whatever. But I met Tank probably like 10 years ago in college. And she was like this huge energy walking around, and I was too. So I was like, I'm gonna be her friend, watch. So we eventually became friends, and at the time I met her, she was doing poetry. And I was like, girl, you can sing, like, why you not singing? She was like, oh, I'm gonna do it later, So I wound up getting this gig in France doing background for a gospel artist from here named, oh my Lord, what's that man's name? Anyway, nice man, very nice man. He took me to France, it was great. We were over there for maybe 2 months. It was great, but by the time I came back, Tank had a band. And she had singers with her, and I was like, oh, this is so awesome. But I got a chance to see her perform, and I went up to her after, and I was like, if you wouldn't mind, I want to be in your band. And she was like, what? Why? You're doing your own thing. I was like, but I feel like I have something that can make this great too. So I want to be a part of this as well. You know what I mean? So we kind of got the wheels turning with that. But that's probably one of the artists that I've learned the most from, just being that as though we both were kind of coming up in it, and just watching her be in the front, and being her support was crazy, y'all. I'm telling you, it was amazing, because she wasn't even that confident in herself as a lead artist to even do it. So watching her come into doing it, it was amazing to watch, and it inspired me to not only just want to do background, but to also kind of step out there and do lead vocals. Because I'm very comfortable in the background. It's probably a passion, honestly. And to me, if you want to be a background singer, you have to have that. You actually have to have a passion for helping and being not always the center. You know what I mean? So for me, it molded me into being a music lover. It molded me into being, just a person that's comfortable on stage. It just made me that way. So shout out to the church choir and all that stuff. But I am a person that loves to be in the back. But now coming into my career, I realize that I can be in the front. So that's kind of where I am right now. But anyway, back to the story. So I met Tank, and I got into her band, and just watching her blossom, it's been awesome. And she's now nominated for a Grammy. Well, she was, and just a total different experience to watch. Being a friend and being a fan, and also working with other artists, it's just amazing to watch from the beginning. But other than that, y'all, if you got a question, you can ask me, because I'm just talking. So if you got something you want to know, I'm more than welcome to share it with you. Whatever you want to know. What's up, boo?
Did you have to get?
What's your name?
David.
Hey, David.
Nice
You sing?
Yes.
That's what's up. Right.
Did you have to get any type of agent or anything to get in contact with these bigger artists who were looking for background vocalists? Or is that just a network or a community based upon, oh yeah, I know such and such, she's good, she could sing, what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's how mine kind of came, word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth. I was working with Macy Gray, and I kind of got hooked up with Macy through Galactic, and I got hooked up with them through Snoop Dogg, and I got hooked up with them through some other people, and then Nora Jones, and then it's just, when you get into that world, it's important to stay professional, and it's important to really get good connections. Don't just be out there just singing and thinking you're all that. Really talk to people and really see who can help you, or who can't, or who you can help. You just never know what your role can be in somebody's life. You know what I mean? So please be professional when you're going out. Ask a bunch of questions, y'all. Talk to all kinds of people. Who you work with, or that's what's up. Y'all looking for anybody? It may seem thirsty, but sometimes you have to be that way. You know what I mean? Especially when you first start out, you have to be a little bit thirsty, because don't nobody know you. So they're not just gonna come knock on your door and say, "I heard you sing. I would love to hear it." They're not gonna do that. So you just gotta make yourself available, and always be sharp when you are available. You know what I mean? Don't try to be as sick as less as possible, but you never know when that big one is coming. You never know when that one is coming. So you always have to stay in good health and just be professional everywhere. What's up?
Yeah.
What's your name?
I'm Chase.
Hey, Chase.
So when I think of Tank the Bangas, and I think a lot of other people too, the first thing that comes to mind is chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Was that always there? Is that something that you all intentionally put time into, or was that natural?
Well, for me, like I said, we've been friends for maybe 10 years before I decided to be in the band. So even when we would just be playing around, I kind of knew where she would go. We kind of played off each other, because that's just how we were playing. We were playing, and it just kind of turned serious. And I was like, I want to be a part of this. I have to be a part of this. I'm not even taking no for an answer. You ain't got to pay me. I want to be a part of this. And she was like, cool, but that's something that really can't be rehearsed.
Right.
I know y'all seen plenty of bands, and they got chemistry. They got all kind of great things going on, but with them, it can't be rehearsed. It just can't be. We all kind of really love each other. Yeah. Sucks, but that's what happens. Mm-hmm. Anybody else? What's up?
Hi,
What's your name?
Jordan.
Hey, Jordan.
And mine's kind of like a piggyback
Yeah, cool.
So, and it was a great experience.
Good.
But I was just wondering in that same vein, just like we kind of got that chemistry and just was like naturally gelling and vibing, just off, I guess, just good vibes and musicianship. But what is something that you make sure that you do when you go in those new situations to kind of make sure it's a amicable environment for everyone around, especially with creating? Like, I know it's a kind of a, it could be stepping on people's shoes sometimes. You make a suggestion, oh, I don't really like that lick, or just what the case may be. What do you like? And you were talking about professionalism also. So just what is something that you make sure you do when you go in those rooms?
Me, I always try to listen. I listen first. That's my biggest thing. I come in a room, I'm not the biggest, hi, let's get started. I'm gonna listen first. Especially if I'm singing background for an artist. I'm gonna listen to your product, I'm gonna listen to what you got going on, listen to the feel. I'm gonna listen to, everything in the room. How the musicians are working with it, how the lead singer is working with it, I'm gonna listen. So that way I can know where to come from, and what I can kind of contribute into the thing, because I always never, I don't like to step on people's toes. Especially, us being artists, it's easy to do so. We have this thing, we get easily offended. So I try to be as, what would you like, what would you like, or even if they don't have an idea of what they would like, kind of spit some things out there really just in a manner that's not, oh, this is what I got. But y'all get what I'm saying? I don't really know how to explain that part of it, but it's in a matter of just being respectful of the environment, being respectful of, being the new one that's coming in the environment, just being, so just like I said, being present and just being a listener. That's my thing. I recently got this gig singing lead with this band called Galactic from here. Now, if y'all don't know, y'all probably don't know Galactic, but if you do, they've been in the game for probably 25 years. They have been touring. They're like a, what's their genre? They're like funk pop type of situation, and they've been touring for 25 years. And recently they asked me to sing lead, and I accepted. So, and I'm gonna be real with y'all, I was so scared. I'm still probably a little bit scared about doing it because that's just not, in my comfort zone. But I'm doing it, and I'm excited about doing it, and it's just amazing to be amongst such seasoned musicians, such, people that have been doing this. They've really been doing this. They've been on the grind, and they know it's not easy. It's a hard job. It's a really, really hard job. And it's not for the faint-hearted. So you really gotta really want to do it. That's why I keep saying, be professional, y'all, because if you really want to do it, that's gonna open the doors for you, honestly. You don't have to do the things that you think you gotta do in order to work in the industry, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of bull crap that comes with all that stuff too. And you really don't have to do it. If you stay professional and stay diligent in your craft, you're gonna be straight. I'm talking to me too, y'all. I'm talking to me too. But I'm just excited about my journey, y'all. I'm really excited about my journey. I'm excited to actually get a chance to sing lead, because I don't even know who I am as a lead singer yet. I'm just kind of doing it, and I'm getting great feedback. But I'm nervous. What's up?
Do they have their own songs?
Yes, and that's another thing too. I had to learn so many lyrics, everything. Now I'm the lead. I'm I had a couple oohs and ahs at first. Now this is words, Jesus. So that was my thing too, and not just with that. I don't want to. Being a background vocalist, I would take songs sometimes and mimic what I was hearing, and I'm trying not to do that now. I'm getting a little bit better at it, but you give your own, be your own self. Be your own self. I don't care what you're giving or what the material is. Put you in it. It's so important to do. You gotta put you in it, because at first I was like, this is corny. I don't even sing these type of songs, but it's not about that. I really had to make them me, so I wouldn't feel like, oh, this isn't corny anymore. It's pretty much like that.
Yeah.
I got you. Bang them.
Okay. Hi, I'm Ivan.
Hi, Mr. Ivan.
Hi.
How are you?
So, I'm good, thanks. question about, why did everybody look at me?
Don't worry about it. They're doing it to me too. It's fine.
Y'all didn't look at David like that. So, I have a question about to go more in depth about your preparation. You mentioned that you and Tank met in college. Did you meet in college and all that? So where'd you go to college? Did you continue to sing was there a choir? Did you continue to sing in ensembles or get involved in the music life of the college? And what was your preparation, aside from singing in choir, did you do like any kind of technical study to, like theory or history or anything like that to help prepare you for where you are?
Great question. I did nothing. I won't lie. So I respect y'all. Do your thing. Because I didn't have any training. I just jumped off the porch and was like, I'm about to sing. Because I don't want to work a job. I want my gift to make room for me. So that's kind of what I did. But at school, Tank did a lot of stuff, for like different departments. Like she would come in and sing a song, or she would like do Black History. Nobody even knew I could sing. Like I did nothing. I don't know why. I just didn't. I was on the church scene. Like when I was in college, I was doing the gospel groups thing, and I was, in a little bit of everybody's groups. Even with him, we were doing stuff with Andrea and all kinds of great people. So that was my start. The church was my start, not really school. But like I said, I wish I would have. I think it would have been definitely a great asset to add to what I had. But y'all keep doing your thing. I think it's amazing. What I like about groups is it's a big effort for everybody to be a part of it, right? So when they're writing and when they're making music, everybody is in there, like writing and making music. Like nobody is on their phone or like nobody is doing nothing else but what they are doing. And that's what I like about the season groups, because they're all on one accord, man. They got one mission. They're like, we're about to make a hit, period. So that's what they got, So I love groups like them because they are very in tune to each other, and when they're creating, it's a real thing. It's important, and it's very serious. What's up?
Can I move this down?
You want to move this?
Yes.
All right, then. Take this down.
I do have a question.
I'm joking. What's up?
What you were talking about, like finding yourself in music that's already written, like for Galactic, like what's your process of that? Like, how long does it take you to get into a song, or for you to put yourself into it?
That's a good question. For me, I gotta listen to a song a few times to hear it. I gotta hear it first. I gotta hear the melody. I gotta hear the lyrics. Then I go back and listen to the music. Then I go back and listen to their delivery. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Now, how do I feel about it? Same words, same, melody, same everything. Now, how do you feel? That's literally what I do, because I don't have a lot of time to think about it. That's another thing. I'm on tour now, so I have to get it now. So my process is really kind of rushed, but it helps me. That's kind of what works for me. I have to keep listening to it a few times, and then I'll shut it off and sing it by myself. Then I'll sing it with the music, and then I'll turn it up a little bit more and sing it another time, and then I'll turn it off again and sing it fully without the music. So I'm weird, but everybody got their little thing they got to do, to kind of retain information. What's up?
Hi, I'm
Hey.
Montia.
Hey, Martia. I like that
Nice
name.
to meet you.
Same.
So I was kind of wondering, like, I grew up in gospel as well, and like at first, it's like all I did, and so like it was kind of hard to transition to like other styles and like have my voice not that I didn't want it to sound gospel, but not have it be like, oh, like this is what you do clearly, you know what I mean? So like, how did you kind of navigate your sound?
Ooh, man, that's one thing too. Like you kind of can't escape. That's what I like about the church. That's just something that's a part of you. But you kind of learn how to do other genres of music, even within that. Like everything is kind of gospel music. Really, if you really want to say that. But with me, I carry those roots with me. I'm not ashamed of them anymore. You know, because I used to feel like, oh, you're going to sound like Cora, you're going to sound like, you know, somebody on the plays. You know, but you know, that's Cora. You know, but I was like, you know, embrace that. That's okay too. And that's okay too. And honestly, it kind of changed for me. Even, you know, as I started listening to other stuff, I started listening to a lot of Tina Turner. So I was like, this is about to, I got inspired by her sound. So I kind of added a little bit of that to gospel. And I'm like, oh, this is, you got to find yourself in the thing. You know, you just really have to find yourself inside of something. And I do it all the time. With any genre I got to sing, I don't care if it's rock, pop, rap. I do some rapping too, you know, with Galactic, they have a lot of little, you know, quirky little songs. So you gotta find yourself in that. And don't be ashamed of that. Don't be ashamed of that, because it's a part of you. It's a part of what made you want to be here. It's a part of what made you want to do this music thing, period. So it's cool. It's cool. Hallelujah. What's up, boo? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. But, anybody else?
Oh, I was doing praise hands.
Oh, I like it. We got a question over here. Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about two things for
What's
me?
up?
Can you talk about what it looks like, schedule-wise, like an itinerary? What does a day look like when you're touring? Like time lobby call to sound checks. Can you talk about what that looks like? And could you also talk about the pitfalls, because we see this all the time on Facebook, of being an artist that needs to get work and having too much commentary on other people.
Mm-hmm.
How does that affect your work? Who might not work with you? Like, could you come speak to us?
Ooh, that social media thing, y'all, let me tell you something. It's fake, but it's very real. You know what I mean? It's so fake because it's not real, but it's very real. And it follows you. You know, you got to watch what you say. Really watch what you say and watch what you do on there. Watch what you repost and all that crazy stuff. You know, I know we all have opinions about different artists and all that kind of good stuff. And we're going to have them. You know, but talk to your peers about it. Don't post about it. Because you never know who you're going to be in front of. You just never know. I can put my foot in my mouth on many of these. I have. Just, you know, because she's not good enough. And lo and behold, you're standing right in front of that person. And it's like, hello. You know, you just really be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. And you know how it is being an artist. You know how sensitive you can be. And you know how you're not going to always have a good day. You're not going to always have a good performance. That's life. That's literally the real. Like, you're not going to always get up there and kill. So you might have a day where you got a couple things going on and somebody going to post about you. Everybody got their day. Everybody got their day. So that's really, really important to just watch your language. Watch what you speak into yourself. Watch who you let speak over you. Watch all that, y'all. Watch it. Because people, it may look good and people may seem like they're there for your good. But being in the industry, I've learned that most folks aren't. It's just not. It's fake. It's fake. But guard your spirit. Guard your spirit is very important. Very important. Guard your spirit. Keep positive stuff always around you and in you. I know we all got our things. We got our hookups and our things that we like to do. But keep positive stuff around you at all times. And people. Positive people too. If you got one of your friends always got something negative to say about what you're working on or what you're doing, yeah, they gotta go. They gotta go. Only you need things that are gonna uplift you in this season, y'all. Real stuff. We need to be uplifted. Too many things going on to just be with the negative all the time. That's like draining. So keep positive stuff around you and keep positive things in you. And social media, watch it. Just be smart about it, y'all. That's all. I ain't trying to police you or nothing. I'm just saying, be smart about what you say. Real smart. What else you have for you?
Like, talk about what your schedule is. Like, how you prepare for your day. Like, for instance, if you do a show, can you go out and party all night? Because you know you have a 4 a.m. call.
All right, you want me to be honest? I'm going to be honest with y'all. I party all the time. And I have to get up 3 hours later. Tripping. I mean, tripping. But I'm like I said, I'm new to the, that whole scene of, because Galactic, they kind of have that old rock star thing around them. Like, that's kind of the lifestyle that they live. And I'm new to it, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm paying for it now. Now that I'm home, I am paying for it. So I'm probably not going to no parades because I'm all partied out. But what you're supposed to do is, you're supposed to, after a show, of course, you know, keep yourself hydrated. I know that's really, really important. Keep you some liquid. I ain't talking about liquor. Keep you some water. Keep you some water. Keep you some tea, man. That's really, really important. Keep water and keep tea all the time. All the time. And I'm a person that has like a weak bladder, so I always have to go to the bathroom. So, but I have to keep, I have to keep the water and the tea going because it helps. It helps. You're always talking. You're always, you never know. You ever realize how loud we laugh? When we laugh and when we talk, and sometimes we get excited. We, girl, so fast. It comes out so fast. You gotta watch that. Watch that loud talking. Watch all that, y'all. Watch how long you're on the phone. People gonna say you bougie. Call it what you want. I talk on the phone no more than 20 minutes. I can't handle it. I just can't handle it. Text me. Really though. But man, tour life, it is so much fun, y'all. It's a blessing and a curse because it shows you what you can potentially become. What type of lifestyle you can potentially be a part of, and it also shows you how you can potentially tear yourself all the way down and wear your body out if you don't do the right thing. Because with us, sometimes shows don't end until maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. And you gotta wait for the crew. Like with Galactic on this last tour, we had a tour bus. So we would have to wait for crew, and that's like 2 hours after they gotta pack up everything, and so you still gotta sit at the venue, but you're just chilling at this point. But it was 2 hours after that, and then you gotta drive to the next city, then you're doing sound checks, you're doing meet and greets, you gotta do all this, oh my Lord, you gotta do so much, and everybody wanna talk to you, everybody want a piece of you, everybody wanna meet you, everybody wanna know, well, where'd you come from, or what inspired you to do this? All while you have to perform. Yeah, so it's important to just, when you got your times to be quiet, be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet, y'all. Oh my Lord. But other than that, late nights, early mornings. It's like I know it's cliche, but that's really what tour life is all about. But it's so fun. It's so funny. You get to meet so many great people when you go to different places. You go to different countries. You go everywhere, and you just meet and get to experience so many different cultures. And you take all that in and you use that in your music too. It's beautiful, y'all. It's really, really beautiful. You're going to have your times when it's rough, but for the most part, it's a beautiful experience. Beautiful.
Hi.
Hey, what's your name?
Sasha.
Hey, Sasha.
I was wondering how you deal with, especially as artists and singers, I found myself always comparing myself to my peers and other people, and I think social media contributes a lot to that. But just how you deal with working with such incredible people, but also still recognizing the gift that you have and how you keep that and let that shine, but also be happy for your other people when they're doing such great things.
Mm-hmm. Well, honestly, Sasha, I'm not a hater, so it's not hard for me to be okay with being in the back and support my friend, or being in the front and still having to support my friend. I don't have there's so much room for everybody to get on, and once we see that as artists, then we'll be fine. But there's a lane for everybody. Like even if both of y'all are doing R&B, you do it way different than she does it. There's a lane for everybody, so there really isn't room for comp. Like when we get there, then I think the music industry will be so much better. But I try not to compare my gift to anybody because it's mine. It's mine, and it was given to me. And it was given to me for a reason. And I know it's great, because it's mine. It's mine, and I love to surround myself with great artists as well, because that also shows me that my gift is great. You are around people that are amazing in their craft. All of y'all, I'm pretty sure you're probably on the road with everybody like, this dude cold, and her, she cold. Everybody has their thing. And there's enough room for everybody to express it and shine. So that's what we really have to remember when, seeing your peers blow up, or seeing your friend nominated for a Grammy, or seeing this person get a chance to work with this person and you haven't. You just gotta wait your turn. Sharpen up and wait for your moment. I heard Marianne say that and it stuck with me. That's a real thing. Just sharpen up and wait for your moment. And don't let envy overtake you. Because it can, and it can do it. It can really, really do it. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm never at a point where I'm like, well, when is it going to happen for me? Because you get that. You get that. You're an artist. And it's going to happen. You just can't stay there. You can't stay there. When you start feeling like that, you got to say, well, it's going to happen when you make it happen. Period. That's when it's going to happen for you, when you make it happen. But until then, you got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing because this is probably one of the hardest jobs out there, even though it's the most fulfilling to me. It's probably the hardest. It takes a toll on the mental. It takes a toll on the physical. It takes a toll on relationships around you. So it's it's something else. But try not to let that envy or a little bit of jealousy overtake you because it's easy to do. I've seen people lose it because you worry about somebody else and what they got. And you done missed out on your whole little It could have been something great for you and you done missed out on it because you got that thing in you. So always be happy for somebody. Y'all be happy. It's all right. Your time is coming. It's coming. It may not be today or tomorrow, but your time is coming. Definitely. Hi.
Hey. What would you say singers our age should be doing right now as far as making music is this early on in our musical journey?
I would say do a lot of whatever. What I wish somebody would have told me is whenever you hear a song or a thought that you're working on, or something that's kind of catchy, write it down immediately. Write it down right then and there because you're not going to remember it. That's the trick of the enemy. I always tell myself, oh, girl, you're going to remember it because it's cold, it sounds good. It's going to come back to you later. Never came back. Never came back. Write it down right then and there. Right then and there. Or record it. You know how that goes. If you hear a little melody, immediately, immediately. Because your mind don't work like you think your mind works. So do it. Make sure you do it too. Make sure you do it. Because it's easy to get away from. And to me, if you are a writer, how many of y'all writers? Everybody writes? Y'all are so awesome. That's amazing. I just started writing, y'all. I just started writing. I wish I would have started a little earlier. Because I feel like that's, you change with time. You change all the time. So I feel like my message back then would have been oh, it would probably been so fire if I would have just took the time out to sit down and write it. But I was afraid of it at that time too, though. So if you're a songwriter, y'all, write them ideas down. You never know what you make it right quick. Tell you, write them down. That's important. Mm-hmm. Hi.
Hi, my name's Ma'at.
Hey, say it again.
Ma'at.
Ma'at.
Yes.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Well, all right, what you got?
So kind of bouncing off you saying that you're writing now. As artists, we're always learning and growing. So what are you currently working on to try to make yourself a better artist?
Well, like I said, I'm trying to. Well, really, right now, I'm trying to collab with a lot of people as far as my writing because I'm not, like I said, I'm not really good at it. So I want to see, I try to get other people's, what's your motivation? Where you start at? Or do cause I know a lot of people start with melody, or some people start with lyrics, or some people just they have it already. It's already they dreamed about it, and all of a sudden they got a hit. But I'm in a place where I'm looking for people to collab with, and I'm just kind of bouncing off other artists' ideas and kind of bouncing mine off them, and they're like, oh, that could be a great song, because my problem is I can start something but I don't finish it, or if I start it I'm like, this sounds stupid, and I never go back to it. So that's been my biggest issue for the longest, y'all. Just getting an idea and following through with it. Ugh, it's a struggle for me. It's a struggle for me. So write them full songs. Write them songs fully out, man, because that's a thing for me that I struggle with. So, yep, to let you know, that's what I'm working on. Just trying to be better at writing and kind of get my own ideas out there because I don't want to always do somebody else's ideas too. I want to have my own ideas. So I want to be confident in my writing to where I can be like, this does sound good, so calm down and stop balling it up because it sounds great. What's up, boo?
Hi.
What's your name?
Maya.
Hey, Maya.
Do you and Galactica ever write together?
So yes, we're starting. So we just did a record called Float Up, and their main writer on the record was this girl named this artist named Boyfriend. Y'all know Boyfriend? Go look up Boyfriend though. She's pretty cool. She wears rooms and stuff. It's pretty cool. But she writes a lot of their material because she's like really quirky and she got like this little pop feel to her that they're kind of looking for right now. So that she was on the last session and she was such a big inspiration. Like she kind of made me, like I was telling you earlier, I'm kind of dabbling into rap right now. She kind of got me like feeling that side of myself, like the real spitty side, you know. Like she's that type of writer, so she's like really quick with words, so she can, you know, that's the type of person she is. But as far as my writing sessions along with them, they're fairly new, so it's a little like pulling tongue because I'm like, you like it, you don't like it, do you like it? Well, put some music to it, but you like it, I like it, you know. So it's kind of weird right now, but it's gonna get better, I'm pretty sure, because I'm gonna write a hit for them. Watch, girl, I'm gonna write a hit for them. Watch. Anybody else?
I don't know, I feel like you had a lot of different, or not a lot of different, but just like your musical evolution, like getting to the point where you're on now, like you say, like you didn't used to sing that much at first, then you started singing, now you're lead. Like, what has been the thing that has kind of like pushed you to this point in your career? Maybe what's just like one thing that I guess has maybe from the beginning that has like motivated you or like kept you on that like upward climb? Like I mean, like some along those lines.
I was always really hungry for it. Honestly, I was always searching for what was after that. Like I told you, I started in the church choir. I was like, okay, what's next? And then I started doing the background. I was like, okay, what's next? You know, I was just always. It's always evolving. It's always changing, and it's just beautiful to watch. So I just like to be a part of it all. That's why I honestly never thought I would be singing lead. Just to be honest with you, I didn't think that I would do it because I love the background that much. But when the opportunity presented itself, I'm like, you can't just say, oh no, I love background too much. You gotta do it. It's like it was presented to you for a reason. So that's kind of what I've kind of been going on. I'm really I'm in love with it. And I'm really just still kind of chasing that love that I had when I first met it, when I was around these guys and they were doing it, and I was like, ooh, I want to feel like that about it. And it's so beautiful, y'all. It's a crazy little lifestyle because it's hard. It's rough. It's like grungy beautiful because it's not easy at all. You got so many broke days. You know, the days when you're trying to get the gigs and they're just not coming. So you're picking up little side jobs and you're doing all this. And that's the thing that motivated me to go full throttle in it because I was like, I'm tired of doing side jobs. I want to do it for real. So I was working at H&R Block, I'll never forget it. I was a receptionist. And I tried out for American Idol, right? And I found out I was going to Hollywood. So I was like, I went to my job, and my boss was saying something. As soon as I came to the door, she was just like, okay, I need you to do this, and I need you to do da. And I said, I'm about to go to Hollywood. I'm about to unpack this locker. Y'all have a good day, because I have to get out of here. She was like, what do you mean you're going to Hollywood? You just going to move it? I was like, no, you'll see me later. Baby, don't worry about it. You'll see me on TV. But I have to get out of here today. You know, that was the day that I was like, I cannot keep working a job and saying that I want to be a musician or I want to be a professional singer. I couldn't do both. I just couldn't do both. Even with bills and everything. Even with everything, I was like, I cannot keep doing both. So I made a decision. And for like 2 years, I was broke. I was broke, y'all. It was rough. It was rough. But some kind of way, the money just would come. Like, you know, it just would come. And I was like, okay. It wasn't as much as I was making when I had a job, but it would come. And it would come. And then it started becoming more and more. And then I would get better paying gigs. Then I would get, you know, bigger artists to call. And it really was an evolution for me. It really was. And I just kept putting out there that I wanted to do more. I needed more. Because I was like, and even with school, y'all, I did go to school. I started there, but I was unhappy. I was really unhappy, and I feel like I can go back now, but then I wasn't focused. I wasn't focused, and I wasn't happy in school, and I was like, I need to do something else. And my mom was like, you better go get a trade, because you're not just going to drop out and do music. That don't even make no sense. And I'm like, you're right, it doesn't. But that's what I'm about to do. It makes no sense. And I did it, y'all. And I'm still doing it. I'm still on this journey, and I'm just grateful to be able to say that I'm on this journey. To be able to say, oh, I'm a professional, I'm a working musician, I haven't worked a regular job for about 5 years. You know, I'm grateful to be able to say it. That's my thing. Anybody else?
Can you speak to when you started booking bigger gigs, like with major artists, concepts in your mind that change when you get into those rooms? Like you're like, oh, that's not really that cool. Like the discuss, you know what I'm talking about? Can you kind of talk to that? Like things that when I saw you in New York and you were in NOLA, and you know how to be a chameleon, you know how to change from this world here to another. Like, what do you have to do in those spaces to adjust and be successful?
Me, what I did, y'all, I took it a point. I made it a point for myself to just be real in every environment I go in. I just made it a point to be honest and just be myself. I didn't want to come off as fake. I didn't even care if nobody really liked me. I was like, I'm in this room and I'm about to make my way. I'm about to make a statement. And it just, that's what worked for me. And I always tell everybody, just don't go in there being what you think people want to see. Or being this artist that you think people want to hear. Be yourself all the way, even when people around you are doing all kind of other stuff. Just be yourself. Be yourself, because it'll open up so many doors for you more than being somebody else would. It just does. You gotta be yourself. Come in there full throttle with your gift, yours. Like nothing that you heard and all that kind of stuff. Like be yourself. And that kind of, everybody likes that about me. I'm just myself, y'all. I'm me. I come in the room. How you doing? What's your material? Cool. Let's do it. You know, that's where I am in music all the time. You just gotta be real, because it's a real thing. It's real out here. And ain't nobody just gonna place nothing in your lap. Nobody.
This might be like a weird question, but
Nothing is weird.
like when you like we're doing like the background thing, did these major artists ever like hand the background vocalist like sheet music, or like tell you like, yeah, here's the music to go over, or did like they just tell you like listen to the song? Or obviously when you guys got to rehearsal and things like that, maybe you had a music director or something like that, but like,
so a lot of the artists, like I'll never forget, I did the what was this thing? It was like a stage play, like one of those Tyler Perry things, and they gave us sheet music, and I felt so, I'll never forget the feeling. I felt small. I felt so small and just like a baby in the game, because I'm like, you don't even read music, you don't read anything, you're not prepared for this. But my natural talent brought me to that place anyway. That's what brought me there, not the fact that I can read or can't read. You know, that's what brought me there. So that's kind of what I used, because you know people can tell if you can't read. You know, you could be in a session with somebody and you be like, okay, well read this right here. And you read, you know, all right, I'll read it when I feel like it. You know, but I that was a thing. You know, they do that, but if you delivering like you're supposed to deliver, they'll never notice, because nobody ever notices. With me, I don't know about other people, but for me, nobody never notices that I can't read. It's not a good thing though. Don't like just do that, because it's not good. You're in school for a reason. But for me, man, people, especially now in this world now, coming up with background vocalists and all that kind of stuff, they're giving out sheet music. That's what they're giving out. They'll tell you to listen to the record, of course, for feel, but they're giving out music. And I'm just blessed enough to not falter when they give it out, and I'm able to still produce. So that's my thing. But honestly, y'all, I want to take some classes. Like I want to take like beginner classes to at least know my notes and to be able to call them, because I'm pretty sure everybody in here can call their notes, right? Is that a thing? What's the proper term for it? That's right? Oh, thank you. Sight reading. Sight reading. Yeah, that's the proper term for it. So I'm pretty sure all y'all can do that, right? Boom, you got the advantage already. Yeah. She said, you think? Yeah. Oh, man. But really? Yeah, you got the advantage. You really do. You got the advantage. You can? Well, join the party. But you're going to get there, though. At least you're trying. You're in the process of learning, so that's more than most could say. That's great. Keep going. But if that's what you really want, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. Huh? I would love to hear y'all single. Anybody come in for me? I know you can say, I feel it.
Would you speak a little bit to like live performance, what your job as far as like bringing energy? Because I'm thinking about like Alice Lost stuff, and there's a lot of theater in what you guys do. So
yes.
Would you talk to that?
Sure. Anybody can. Let me say it right. Most people can sound good, y'all. People can sound good. That's easy. That's like the easy part. But the look of everything, when you perform it live, is so important. The look of it is what will make or break your great concert. That'll make it great or make it not great, period. So if you have to make it look good, even when you don't feel like making it look good. Like, be in tune with your words that you're saying, and be in tune with the people. Look in people's eyes. Or if you're a person that can't really do that, find a spot and sing down to that spot. I'm talking about open all the way up to it, but put your all into performing. It's important. I'm learning it. I'm learning it now. Put your all into performing. I don't care if you don't even have it that day. Put it in there. Put it in there, because I can say for myself, I've had days where I wasn't all the way there vocally, but because I make it look like I am, then you won't notice. But I want to see the words. Like people want to see the words that you're saying. So make it look good. If I'm saying don't walk away, don't walk away. Oh, make it. Y'all get what I'm saying, right? Like sell it, like for real, sell it, because you never know. You never know who's watching. You never know who's watching. You never know who you're inspiring. You never know who you're touching when you are, using your gift in this manner. Because so many people, what I've learned too, y'all, so many people wish they can sing and stuff. That's funny, right? So many people wish they can play. People tell me that all the time. Oh, I wish I could sing something. No, but I get it. That whole want for that. And it's easy for us to take it for granted because we have it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't take it for granted. Because as fast as we have it, you cannot have it. You cannot have it. Nobody's exempt from something happening. But always look the part. Bless you, baby. Oh, that's the truth. So always look the part, y'all. Always show that emotion when you're singing. Always show it. I don't care if it's happy or sad. Whatever it calls for, show it. Show it. Because people see how you're looking at me right now, that's exactly how people are going to be looking at you when you're singing. So if you're just singing, nobody, I don't know. I can't tell. Connect with people. Connect with them. Just look at them, and if that's what you're feeling, that's what you're feeling.
If you're on background, how far do you go with all arms?
I mean, don't come from behind your mic. And don't do it, baby. Don't lose your job. Don't come from behind the mic all about, listen up. I'm feeling it today. No. Just kind of, but still in all, because the artist needs that. The artist really needs the help. They don't know how to really express that, but they need the help of the energy, because sometimes they're not going to get it from the audience. So on the stage, it's important to keep that energy, ready, being a background vocalist, because you know what people got to go through getting up there. You know what yourself has to go through getting up there. So imagine a lead vocalist. Everybody just looking. Unimpressed. Everybody. Just unimpressed. So I make it a point for myself to be like, you got this. Or I'll put a little bug in there, or I'll put your hands up, whatever. Just get real goofy, to try to help with the energy, because it's needed. It's really needed. It's hard. It's so hard to get up there in front of complete strangers and just share your gift. So make them comfortable. Make them comfortable. But don't be the center of attention. Like, just know, and you're gonna know. That's the funny part. You're gonna know what to not do. You're gonna know right quick what to not do, because you're gonna feel that energy change as soon as you do something that you ain't supposed to do. It's like, all right now, get your ass back. Get back in the back. Get back in the back. But just always be that person, y'all. If you aspire to be a background vocalist, and even if you are, if that's where you want to start, be the helpmate. Be the help. Be the help first. It's okay to be the help first. Be that help and be present. Be present at all times, because they need it. They really, really need it. That's probably why I like background more than lead, because I like helping. I love helping. I love to make something. I love to be a part of something and make it great too. Because things are great without you, but it's greater with you in it. So I like that. That's my type of thing. So make yourself present, and make that presence to where they be like, I want that one to come back and do that gig with me, or I'm gonna call her. Don't worry about it. And when I call her, she gonna call some other people that's like her. So we'll be fine. I always get that.
My question is like, how do you stay so positive? Like, I feel like you have such a beautiful energy that is attributes to the reason you've seen success just in the industry, but it's hard. Like, I feel like to stay positive.
That's what I keep saying. I'm telling y'all, it's really hard. It's hard, but I would not trade this for nothing in the world. Nothing. I would not do anything else but this. Even with all the hard stuff I had to go through, even with, the being broke thing, living pillow to post, and, trying to still figure it out with this artist and getting burned by this artist, and, just doing all that stuff. I can't do anything else. This is what I'm going to be doing. So that's the part that drives me. That's the energy for it for me. This is what I'm called to do. So I'm going to love it. I'm going to appreciate it. I'm going to smile about it. And that's just that. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. But you have to. If you're not positive in this, that you're gonna die. For real. You will die. If you are, because everything is so, it seems like at certain points, y'all, it'll get like everything is going wrong. Like, you're not getting the gigs, you're hoarse. You don't have any money. You don't know when your next gig is coming. You don't know anything. All you have is that love for music. That's all you have. That's all you have is this one-sided relationship with this man or this woman who don't give you nothing, and you give them everything. But that's that love thing. It's like man. It's a love. It is a true love. And it's like I said, if you want to do it, you're going to do it. By any means necessary. You're going to do it. Even when you broke, you're going to do it. What you got, man?
I know, my name's Lena.
Hey, Lena. So pretty.
I know you said earlier about your mom not wanting you to at first do music, but like, my question is speaking to that situation. Like, how do you progress and do what you want to do, even when like the people who like mean the most to you might not necessarily support you, or might not necessarily be on the same wave of like your vision and what you want to accomplish?
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna tell you what the first thing that happened with me and my mama. So Like I told you, I dropped out of college and went to France. I wasn't getting this gig in France. And I went to tell my mom, and she was like, you better not do that. I forbid you to do it. She straight up said it. I was like, okay, mom. I wrote a letter. I was like, I'm going to France. But I love you. Because you know why though? I had to do it for me. I had to do it for me. I love you, but you have already lived your life. You have lived. You have done and made your mistakes. You have done your good. You picked your career. You've done all that. It's my turn. It's my turn. You're going to be mad, but you're going to get over it too because you love me. You love me too much. You ain't going to just cut me off because I want to be a musician. And if you do, that's silly. Whatever. But most of the time, love you, Mom. But this is still my life. This is still my life. And I was dying doing other stuff. I was dying doing other stuff. Literally dying. Like all my color was changing. So unhappy. I was so unhappy. So unhappy at my people job, y'all. Just going. You know, just going. Just not being fed. Not food, but not being fed. You know what I mean? Like I needed it. I needed something else. So I was like, Mom, look, love you dearly. But I gotta get out of here. I'll see you when I get back. And she loved me just the same when I got back. 3 months later, I was back. And she loved me just the same. But, you know, it can get hard when you don't have that support. But when you think back, when you take yourself out of it, you are really all you got. So if you don't believe it, ain't nobody else gonna believe it. My mama didn't believe I could do it for real until she saw me on TV. You know, she was like, "Oh, you did the idol thing." My coworkers would tell me about the idol. I think that's the thing, the idol. But you know, that's when she kind of got on board, and I had to have a long conversation with her because I resented her a lot for it. And I was like, you know what? I had to realize too, you know, your parents, well, my generation of our parents, you know, they didn't come from a lot of dream chasers. They didn't come from people telling them, you can do that. They didn't come from that. They came from, go to school, go do this, go, you know, pick one, and then that's gonna be that on that. Like, don't be going outside the rails. There ain't no dreaming and all that. You know, they didn't come from that. So I had to take that from away from our relationship too, because it was hurting. It was hurting us because I'm like, you didn't believe in me. You know what I mean? You didn't pull that out of me. It wasn't her job to pull it out of me. It was my job to pull it out of me. It was. It wasn't her job. Her job was to nurture. What's up, boo?
Throughout your music career, did you ever have, or do you ever have a set of goals, or are you thinking of more just I've done this, I like this, now what? Not just a specific path. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so now I'll be honest, I don't have a specific path. Right now, I'm living in it. Like I'm kind of walking in it. Like I told you, I didn't think that I would even be doing it, but I'm doing it, and I'm just like, I can do it. So once I get a little bit more comfortable in where I am in it, I'm gonna set a goal. But for now, I'm trying to enjoy it and get comfortable in it, so that I can really show myself, oh, you can do this, you can do this. So once you get that, now set a little goal. You want an award? Go get one. You know, or you want to be signed? Go do that. Which I don't, but you know. Anybody else? What's up?
What is it like coming from recording, like just translating and recording a song into like a live performance and making sure it still has its value as a recording, like, you know, it sounds good live, but you're also like giving a different experience to your audience and they're receiving it with
Now I get this question a lot. Well, I know Tank gets this question a lot because, you know, of course she has records, right? And we do these records live, and people are always like, that doesn't sound like what you did on the record. You know, and it's a thing, y'all. It's like an actual thing. But I think that's the beauty about being an artist. Sometimes you hear the same song, but you hear it different ways. And it's okay to interpret that live. Because I don't have to do it the way that it is on the record. I don't have to do that. If you want the record, go listen to my record. Go listen to my record. But be free to express yourself and don't be in that box that people like to try to put you in. You know, as far as we're performing songs, because people get so attached to songs that, you know, I made the song. I can make it, I can do whatever I want to do with it. You know, if I want to slow it down, I can slow it down. That's why I like Lauryn Hill, y'all. Y'all see what Lauryn Hill did with that with the Miseducation album? So she sped up. She literally like sped the whole thing up, like when she performs it live. So it's like, you know, it's been 3 weeks since you've been looking for your friends. It's been 3 weeks you've been looking for your friend. What are you again? Like I'm talking about speed fast. And I was going, this is great. Just losing it because it was so not the norm. And that's okay. That's okay. Some people gonna like it and some people not gonna like it. But as long as you're comfortable with it, like you gotta express every piece of your artistry. Because that's what keeps you healthy as an artist. That's what keeps you sane as an artist. It helps. It helps. One of my good friends, y'all know Music Soul Child? So he's struggling with that right now. With people telling him to do his records the exact way how he does them on the record. So when he comes to perform places, people are like, oh, sing So Beautiful or sing Love. And he does them different and people are upset. Like very upset. And they like walk out and stuff. And so he's like trying to find that balance at where he can still be himself but still stay true to the record. And it's rough for him too, poor baby. But he is trying. You know, that's a thing. That's a thing, man. What's up?
Can you talk about like sacrifices you've made for music, like in your personal life?
Wow, don't be crying. Of course, relationships. Of course, that's probably the biggest thing. Just relationships, and I ain't talking about just like a man. Friendships, family, people, because everybody's not gonna understand the journey. Everybody's not gonna understand why you're doing it for free effort. So they're gonna have so many opinions, so many like clouds just over you. Just everybody got something to say. Everybody has an opinion about what you're doing, and they ain't never did it. Even people that did it though. You know, everybody has an opinion about it, but you know, I had to keep it. That can totally deter your path. It's so many outside stuff. It's just, and it's already stressful anyway. This is a stressful job. You know, you're an entrepreneur trying to do music of all things. This is already stressful. So I had to, you gotta block it out. You really gotta block it out and just be okay with the journey. Be okay with not being great at first. Be okay with being, when you are great, be okay with being great. And walk in it. Like just be okay with your journey. It's important. It's really important, y'all. I can't stress that enough because you get lost. You get lost. Like with people's opinions of you, with your opinion of yourself, you get totally lost. So stay true to yourself. Like stay true to your journey. Stay true to what you really want. Know what you want and go after that. Like know what you want. Don't be, oh, I'm gonna do this too. Do one thing first. You know, like focus on that. Focus on that because it's important.
How do you find a good balance with making sure your soul is fed? Like, because you know this job can be tiring also, but like also going to other performances, watching other people live, but then also keeping what you have at a good firm place.
That's kind of what feeds me. That's what's been feeding me. I love going to other people's shows. I like to see what other people's head is. I love to see your creative mind. You know, like, whoa, wait, what did you think of that? You know, that's cool. It feeds you as an artist, especially when it cuts through that ego that you have. Because sometimes you feel like can't nobody make nothing great but you. You know what I mean? Like, that's not good. It's easy to feel this way. You know, I know it sounds like, but it's easy to feel like, oh, that's not good. And, nah, you know, you got to support other people. You got to support other people just to hear where their creative starts and where their creative is. Just support them. Support them. I like to do it though. I really, really do. I like to Man, see this dude here. His shows are amazing, y'all. I don't know if y'all will be able to get to go, but he got one coming. But you gotta be able to go. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go because it's crazy. It's crazy to watch. Okay, that's my time, y'all. Thank y'all so much for listening. Thank you so much.